Hi, I'm Allison, and along with my business partner, Joe, I'm one of the founders of Couture Coaching. And I'm going to be talking today all about why you should care about keeping your metabolism healthy, and then exactly how to boost your metabolism if you feel like maybe it has slowed down. So if you feel like all of the tricks that you used to employ to take a few pounds off have stopped working, if you feel like despite how many carbs you cut, how much cardio you do, how long you fast, that the weight just won't budge, or maybe you feel like just something has happened to your metabolism, we get it. We have been there too, and that is one of the reasons that we started Couture Coaching. We have also helped hundreds of women now who are in the same boat fix or boost their own metabolisms. So a little bit about me. Back in my 20s, I restricted food, did lots and lots of cardio, and I did this for years. And I didn't understand why my body wouldn't respond, why I felt like despite all of this working out and healthy eating that I was doing, I didn't look like it. I didn't look fit. I actually ended up losing my period from doing this for so long. And no matter how hard I worked, I just could not get the results that I wanted. And what I was experiencing was just some major weight loss resistance. Joe was in a similar spot. She was actually a yo-yo dieter until her mid-40s. And it really seemed to her like everything she was trying, whether that was intuitive eating, fasting, keto, it all stopped working. And she just did not feel great. She had no energy. She felt pudgy and frustrated. And so what we were really experiencing was just weight loss resistance. Our bodies would not lose weight. And if we were able to lose a little weight, we had to be pretty extreme in order to do so. And then we would just gain it all back because we just couldn't keep up those extreme habits. So here's the thing. We know that the real reason you can't lose weight and keep it off is chronic dieting or under eating. And by dieting, we are talking about things like fasting, Weight Watchers, keto, Optavia, eating just low calorie in general for an extended period of time, or even just off and on. And in addition to that, not adding or preserving your lean muscle mass. So alone or together, these habits are what cause your metabolism to slow down. Some studies show that chronic dieting can reduce your metabolic rate by as much as 28%, which means you are burning 28% fewer calories than if you had never dieted to begin with. But we have good news. Your metabolism is not broken. Not only is it not broken, but you can boost your metabolism through nutrition and exercise. And we want to note that research shows that this is the only way you can truly boost your metabolism in a sustainable way. And that is why we created this free mini course. We know that every person, no matter what their age, their background, their weight is, has the ability to rev their metabolism and create a body that they are proud of. So we have this short 3-part video series that we are going to use to share 3 simple but very effective strategies for boosting your metabolism, losing fat, and creating a lean physique. First of all, it is important to note that this is not a quick fix. That is why it actually works. What most so-called diet experts don't tell you is that it can take some time to upregulate your metabolism. The 3 things we're going to share with you truly are the only way out of this rut. There's no medical procedure, magical pill, special food, fasting schedule, detox tea that is going to do it. But don't worry, once you make an investment in a healthy metabolism, you get to keep it along with your weight loss for life. And you can start today with these things we're about to talk about. So let's dive in, and we're going to talk about how you can start getting your metabolism working for you again. As I mentioned, there are 3 lessons in this course. Each is in a different video that is about 8 minutes long, so short enough to watch just over your lunch break or anytime you've got just a few spare minutes. And you can watch one right after the other, but we'll also be emailing you a new lesson each day over the course of the next few days, along with some helpful tips for implementing what you're learning in this course. Okay, so first, the number one thing that is going to rev up your metabolism is eating more. This is definitely the most important thing you can do to boost your metabolism, is just make sure you're eating enough throughout the day. And I know this probably goes against almost everything you've heard about weight loss, but it is research backed and it will lead to a faster metabolism. Like I mentioned earlier, the chronic under eating or dieting is what gets people stuck. I know it's, counterintuitive, but dieting harder, fasting more, eating fewer carbs is only going to slow down your metabolism over the long term. So we'll explain how in a few minutes. The fact is, most women actually need to eat more to send their bodies the signals they need to burn versus store body fat. We are so conditioned by the dieting industry to, eat less, eat less. But that is, in fact, one of the worst things we can do for keeping our metabolism healthy long term. So, what do we consider under eating? I would say certainly if you're eating 1,500 calories a day or less, certainly that is under eating. I would say for many women, even less than 1,800 calories, I would consider under eating. If you are not eating at least that much day in and day out, you simply just aren't taking in enough calories to support a healthy, robust metabolism. And if this sends you into a panic, if that sounds like a lot of food, just stay with us. Okay, so first, let's just talk about how we define metabolism. We are not using the medical definition. We are basically just using the definition of how many calories your body burns in a day, because I think that's how most of us in conversation speak about our metabolism. So our metabolisms adapt to our energy input, so the calories that we are taking in. And this is a good thing. This is what helps you survive. When your body will automatically adjust its energy output to those energy inputs, basically to keep you alive. If you are going through a period of famine, your body will adjust by burning fewer calories in the hopes that it will keep you alive. So put simply, a body that is receiving 1,800 to 2,000 calories or more on a regular basis is going to be burning a lot more than a body that is only receiving somewhere like 1,200 to 1,500 calories on a regular basis. Further, when women go below that 1,500 calorie mark, their bodies can even start to slow down non-essential functions to survive, like myself when I lost my period. Many people with a slow metabolism report having slower digestion, irregular menstrual cycles, or completely missing menstrual cycles, feeling cold often, having just a slow, sluggish thyroid, being tired all the time, low energy. Lots of these things are very common if you are chronically just not fueling your body properly. And what also happens is our bodies become very weight loss resistant. Okay, so how do I know if I'm under eating? First, you will need to start tracking. If you have never tracked your food before, it might sound overwhelming, but it's very simple. You just need to download a free app. I personally like MyFitnessPal. There's also some other good ones out there, such as Lose It, and literally just start tracking what you're eating and do this for a week or two, and then look at your daily averages. If you are eating 1,500 or less, you definitely need to do some work on your metabolism. If you have done any harsh or extreme diets in the recent past, such as fasting for long periods of time, keto, Optavia, diet pills, any of these combined with low calories, you definitely need to work on eating consistently more food for a period of time as well. These diets are very, very stressful on our bodies. And we've seen that some people need to take a very long break from dieting before their bodies will actually respond to those calorie deficits again. If you are eating more than bare minimum, I would say 1,600 calories, but ideally at least 1,800 calories, your body is probably in a pretty good spot. But you will still want to invest in your metabolism by preserving and building muscle while you are losing weight. And we'll touch on that more in another video. So what is next? If you are under eating, you need to start by eating more. And that, even if you are overweight, even if your immediate goal is, I just want to get this weight off, you have to get your food up first, or cutting those calories is just going to leave you frustrated. So if you're eating, less than 1,500 calories, you've got to get your food up, regardless of how desperate you are to get the weight off. So if you're eating something like 1,200 calories, first just start getting your food up to the 1,500 calorie range. And if you're eating 1,500 calories, try to get closer to that 1,800 calorie range. You need enough caloric runway to cut from in order to actually have your body be able to respond when you do cut calories. And if you're eating 1,200 calories a day, it's just simply not enough. You really have nowhere to cut from. We also want to make sure you're eating a healthy balance of all of the macronutrients. So that is protein, fat, and carbs. Cutting out a macronutrient group is not going to magically reset your metabolism. Cutting out carbs is not good for your metabolism. And research shows that we need all three food groups for good health. Most women are also yes, they're probably under eating, but definitely are under eating protein. So we really want you to focus on getting a bare minimum of 100 grams a day. This would be 4 to 5 servings of protein in a day. So if you can make a point to have some sort of protein with every single meal and snack, you should be able to get to that 100 grams a day. I will add that, some of the quick fixes that we hear about, such as a detox tea, drinking lemon water, cutting creamer out of your coffee, none of these are going to speed up your metabolism. It is truly eating more that is going to do this. So we know this can be scary, especially if you have been eating low calorie for a while. And we do have some resources to help you out. So if you go over to our website, we have lots of full day of eating menu. So basically just sample meal plans, sort of, just to give you some ideas. We've got them at all different calorie levels. So pick one that sounds good to you, and this will give you some ideas of how you can structure your food throughout the day. They are definitely heavy on the protein, so it will help you show you how you can get enough protein in as well. And then we've also got some protein-packed recipes that you can check out on the website. We also have a Master Your Metabolism course. We go into much, much, much more detail on how you can do all of this yourself. It's basically all of the secrets that our coaches use when they are coaching a client one-on-one. You will learn all of that through this course, to where you can do all of this yourself. And if you want a little bit more, a little bit more help, we have our one-on-one coaching program, where you will be assigned to a personal coach who is going to tell you exactly what to do. So they're going to tell you exactly how much to eat every single week. It will be very customized to you. It will be based on, where you're at when you come to us. And it's also very flexible. And it is not complicated. It can be very simple. So now that you've learned the most important thing for boosting your metabolism, make sure to watch the next video for the next game-changing tip that we have for boosting your metabolism.